say peace and blessings to the elect. Okay, we just going into a lesson on something we was building off of through the Spirit, which was the Balfour Declaration, which this declaration was supposed to have, you know, the so-called white man says that this declaration was biblical fulfillment. Prophecy, you know, yeah, prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, which is to the contrary, because when you go through the prophecies and you know what the Lord said and how things would be when the kingdom is set up, even from the time of Him sending His Son, which is our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai, to redeem the children of Israel, to get that remnant. Okay, the way that was going to take place, our Lord and Savior coming back, okay, on the chariots, okay, that ain't happened, okay. The scriptures also say that what's going to take place before that happens, okay.
Exactly.
The Third World War, you know, it explains how the Lord, when He comes, how He's going to come and get His redeemed. It also speaks about when the kingdom of heaven is established, what it's going to be like in the kingdom of heaven. So if these people, okay, these so-called Jews, the Jewish people, okay, if this Balfour Declaration was the fulfillment of biblical prophecy, then why is it that there's still war in that land? Why is it that there's still war on the earth? Okay, because according to the prophecy, there will be no more war on the earth after the Lord establishes Israel. Okay, so with that being said, let's get what that was, Zechariah 14 and 16.
Come. This Zechariah 14
Yeah.
in
That's in Micah.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get that one first. The Micah 4 and 1.
Okay.
This is Micah 4 and 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mowing of the house of Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the power of Jacob. And He will teach us of His own ways, and we will walk in His paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And He shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
That's right.
Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
So they go right with what we were just saying. It won't be no more war in the kingdom of heaven. Right now, you got the so-called Jews attacking Palestinians on the regular. Okay, and that's just right there in that one region, man. Okay, there's not going to be war in the earth, period. Okay, and that's according to the prophecies too, you know.
There's not gonna be weapons.
Yeah.
Esau's blessing, which is the modern day gun and the missile technology, is not gonna be here in the earth. You know. It also said in what the brother just read, that the law, statutes, and commandments was gonna go forth from Jerusalem to the other nations. You know, and that's not taking place over there in Israel. They're over there eating kosher pig, which you can't. That's a oxymoron, because you can't. The scriptures say, how can you make an unclean thing clean? That's an unclean animal. You can't make it kosher or clean. Okay. They have over there in Tel Aviv the biggest gay parade in the world. Okay, and they call it Pink. That's called the what? Pink City.
Pink City.
Yeah.
You know, so the law is not going forth throughout the world from Israel. Really, the law is going forth from Babylon the Great throughout the world, which is wicked, the law of wickedness. You know, that's what the scriptures say. The condition that the earth is going to be in the last days. That Babylon the Great is going to rule, and all the nations were going to drink on the wine, the philosophy of this wicked so-called country, America.
Real quick, somebody get Hosea 2 and 18.
This Hosea 2 and 18. It says, "And in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and will make them to lie down safely."
You see there? It say, I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth. Right now you got, as the scriptures say, right now you got wars and rumors of wars. So this clearly haven't taken place yet.
Right. The whole earth is in the spirit of war right now.
Yeah.
According to Isaiah the 13th chapter, where it says the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, mustered the host to the battle. Or mustered the host of the battle.
Yeah, if I could add. The brother Shemaiah just went into a lesson how Gaza was shooting nukes and shit on Israel. You know? So if you the people of the Lord, when it was written that nukes and missiles would get shot on y'all in the end days. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nowhere up in there, you know?
Yeah. Come on.
Isaiah 32 and 18 says that my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation and in sure dwellings and in quiet resting places. You know, we can clearly see today that there ain't no peaceable habitation with all that going on over there.
Yeah, man, you think about Proverbs 29 and 2. Man, the Israel is going to be is to speak of a righteous people, man. Not speaking, I'm talking about that scripture, but the scripture state that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Right.
The world rejoices. The world is not in a state of rejoicing right now. The whole world is mourning because of war, because of the condition of the earth, man.
Somebody bring that scripture out.
I got it right here. This is Sirach 10.
No, Proverbs 29 and 2.
Okay, so like
I got it right here. This is Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So according to the scriptures, man, when Israel is returned home and fulfill prophecy, man, like it'll already been through multiple things that's supposed to happen according to prophecy before that happens. But that's a righteous seed that's gonna be returning home. Read it again, brother.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
So the people opposed to the earth should be in a state of rejoicing, man.
Right.
Everybody should be at ease. Sorrow should be taken off the face of the earth, but that's not happening because of wicked and rulership, man. And this Balfour Declaration, which is a bunch of BS and a poor, sloppy attempt to cover up the truth of what's to come, it shows you that there's no way that was fulfillment of prophecy, man, because this earth is in complete turmoil.
Right. And why, according to Proverbs 29 and 2, why will the people rejoice? Because the righteous are in authority, meaning righteousness is going to go forth through the earth. Okay? Righteousness is going to be overflowing in this earth, on this planet earth, you know, which is these laws, statutes, and commandments. One law that's going to be upheld is when somebody borrow money, usury is not going to be placed upon them. That's one of the main reasons tied to war, that the world is in a frenzy. Okay, mourning is because everybody damn near in the world is in debt. Let's look at the people here in America. Credit card debt, mortgage debt, that's debt. Student loan debt. What I said, I was not to say that. Yeah, student loan debt. These other countries, they owe the world banks. everybody is in debt.
Even America's in debt.
Now, America's in big debt that's laden with thick clay. You know, I bite yachts. You know, that's just one of many laws, but that's a big problem here in this earth. Because everybody is mourning. One of the main reasons because they're in debt. They're not getting a fair shake because these laws are not enforced here in the earth.
Right.
Unrighteous decrees, okay, are enforced in this earth, according to Isaiah the 10th chapter. Go, y'all done it over there?
Just real quick, since you was there, Parthon, can you grab Sirach 10 and 4?
God. It says, Sirach 10 and 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
All right, just to go with that Proverbs 29 and 2, man, the men that's in rulership right now, they're not profitable to the earth, and the proof is evident, man. The whole earth is mourning because the law is not established in the earth, man. And we have a wicked ruler who's destroying the earth and the minds of the people itself.
Okay, so back in the, I just wanted to go back real quick to that Micah in the 4th chapter, like the scripture just said, man. It said, for the law shall go forth of Zion. Speaking of that, you know, the brother brought out a good point. Another one is like the brother brought out about Tel Aviv, man. The law say that you should put a homosexual to death, man. They decree that's being pushed out is upholding homosexuality, man. It's promoted. They are for transgenderisms and all kind of freakisms, man. You know? So that's definitely not taking place right now. Okay? Y'all want to say something?
Come.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a scripture concerning Esau fulfilling prophecy, man. Now, y'all proclaim to fulfill the prophecy of the Israelites going back into the Holy Land, which is false. But you did fulfill prophecy, but it was a prophecy of the Edomites getting the Holy Land. That's what you fulfilled, man.
Exactly.
And so I want to read that real quick to show you devils, you did fulfill prophecy, man. To show and prove that you are the Edomites.
Right.
So this Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, right? You have them so-called Palestinians, Arabs in the Holy Land, right? It says,
and them what they call Philistine Jews,
yeah,
which means fake Jews, you know, which I believe those are what, Cushites. I'm not okay. Come.
Then it says, therefore thus said the Lord power. Power, it says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
That's your Balfour Declaration.
Right.
You
That's
gotta
it.
go
That's
back.
it. That's the fulfillment of it, man. It says, with the joy of all their heart, right? Tel Aviv, you know, parades, partying, you know, so-called Passovers and things of that sort, as if they're the Lord's people, man. It says, with despiteful minds, homosexuality, kosher pork. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Circumcising baby with your mouth. That's a nasty mindset, man. It says to cast it out for a prey.
Yeah.
So you did fulfill prophecy, Esau. You fulfilled and showed the true Israelites that you are Esau, man.
Right.
Okay, the elect understand that now, man. So your Balfour Declaration is of some worth, but it is no worth to the true prophecy of Israel going back into the Holy Land. Man.
Right. There's no law, because I believe what it was after the baby gets circumcised, they was doing that ritual where they was sucking the blood out.
Yeah.
Some whatever you gotta read up. No, well, I ain't gonna say read up on that shit, but brothers know it's out there, and there's no law on that. That's wickedness.
Right.
You know. That's homosexuality. That's pedophilia.
Yep.
Right.
And I got a quick. Can I got a quick one to go with that? It says, I'm sorry. This is Isaiah 26 and 10. It says, "Let favor be shown to the wicked." Okay, now the Most High set it up according to biblical prophecy that this man was gonna be over there in the land, okay? In the Holy Land. Okay? It says, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, okay, how did he show favor to the wicked? He set them up in rulership. He gave them the instructions. They noticed, they believe in this book at the very top. They know that what's written in this Bible is not because they have faith, because they have the power to do archaeological digs, excavations, and dig up what's in these scriptures. Okay, they have the records.
Exactly.
They hold the records in history. Okay, that's how they know this book is true. Okay, when they came over here to America, okay, they said they were supposed to have they were gonna set this land up, or this country up based upon principles of the Bible. Be a God-fearing nation. And anytime a president get up and say give a speech, he always ended with "God bless America." Ronald Reagan in 1983 declared this Bible as the law of the land. Okay? And it says, yet will he not learn righteousness, set him up in, Most High gave this man rulership, and yet will he not learn righteousness, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly.
Right.
He's doing that. We gave a couple of examples. We only know, only Yahweh Shem Yahushua knows all the other wickedness that they doing over there in the land. You know? The different wicked sacrifices that they probably doing over there. You know? I'll finish this out. And will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. You know? They into that Talmud. They into other wickedness. They not about these scriptures. And if you ever been around one of them Amalekites, one of them low-level Amalekites, that's the most wicked of the Edomites.
Yeah, boy.
They have no class. They're unruly. They disrespect their parents. The Amalekites are the people that are calling themselves Jewish. Okay. What do y'all got it, bro? That was it on that.
I have a brother, but ain't got nothing else. Back in Ezekiel 30, this is Ezekiel 35. And I saw that verse 1 real quick. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And we know that Mount Seir represent you Edomites, man. Okay, Genesis 36 and 8. Right, so jump down to verse 10, still talking about you Edomites. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. What's that talking about? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. Over there in the Holy Land. Right? It says, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. So this is a Balfour declaration, man. This is back to back, man. Okay, Ezekiel 35, Ezekiel 36 is showing that the Edomites will have control of the Holy Land in the last days, man. So we know who you are, so-called white man. We know that you're full of it, man.
Right. And we flooding your ass out with this truth. Well, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this man is being flooded out the damn earth with his lies. We flooding his lies and his strongholds. Really, I'm saying we, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua using the men that he set up to push this truth. Started back with our Lord Yahushua, and Peter and the other 12, and Paul, all the way up until this very day. It really started, I'll say, with Elijah, the prophet Elijah, coming as John the Baptist. He spoke against your wicked ass when back during the Roman Empire.
Right. Because
Right, bring it out.
Yeah.
And look, what happened? They were set up in their power, huh?
Right.
You bring it out.
Yeah. Herod the Great, he was made the king of the Jews by the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
Even though history proved that he was of Edomite descent.
Exactly.
That his father was a so-called white man, all right, and his mother was an actual Israelite.
So he was set up in favor. He was favor was shown unto him.
Yeah, unto him. and him and his sons was ruling as Israelites, but they wasn't, man. They were so-called Jewish people, man, and they kept the Passover, the laws, and all those things. Right, that was in cahoots with the wicked scribes and Pharisees, you know, because they had fucking spies coming to your house shop, man. Fucking if you read Luke, it talk about the scribes, the Pharisees, and it says Herodians.
Mm-hmm.
Those fucking Edomites, man, coming to spy your house shop with Jake, man. Jake wicked as hell, bro. But it's going to show you that Esau always, I won't say always, he's been calling himself a Jew for over 2,000 plus years, man. As if he's truly an Israelite, but he's not, man. He really became a so-called follower of the scriptures through John Hyrcanus, which goes back to the Greek Empire. You know, it's a whole other lesson.
And I about to say something?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, bro. I believe during the time of that decree they went out to put all the babies 2 and under, the male child 2 and under to death, to destroy the Messiah. That was Herod the Great.
Yeah, Herod the Great. Yeah.
And then when we read later on, like during the time of when John the Baptist was rebuking that Herod, that was one of his sons.
Yes.
Okay, and he had 4 sons, I believe, or 3, and they had governed different regions in Israel. Okay, and beyond Israel, but we read that account where the Herod was committing adultery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just showing you going all the way back. Going all the way back into history, these Edomites are not right. Okay, they're not created to be right or righteous. He was committing adultery with his brother, only his brother Philip.
Yeah.
You know. You go ahead, Axelak.
Yeah, and so I believe the Apostle Hart said that one was the Israelite, I believe, that he was messing with. If I'm not mistaken, you know, Michael, you know, some watch some videos.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
what he said.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but he was committing adultery with his brother's wife, and John cursed his ass out because you trying to be a Jew. So John brought the law to you, said, look, what you doing, nigga, ain't right. And he got pissed off, and then the goddamn black woman got mad. And so Herod, you know, her birthday came up, and her daughter did something where her daughter danced with Herod and pleased him. And she said, and Herod told her, look, whatever you ask of me, I'll give it to you, even to the half of my kingdom.
Right.
And then so she went to her mama and said, what should I ask Herod? And then her mama said, give me John the Baptist's head on a charger.
Right.
Because
Because he blowing up our love affair, our adultery. You know?
Yeah. And Herod didn't want to do it, but because of his word's sake and his servant that was with him, he did it, bro. But
I'm
yeah,
sorry, bro.
you know what I'm saying? But it goes to show you how wicked our people are, bro. That was some wicked shit, man.
And it show you know the point we want to get out of this too is that like I had made the statement, it really started with John the Baptist setting up the way for Yahushua and to rebuke this man, these Edomites, and call them out for their wickedness to this very day. You know, because John the Baptist set the way or prepared the way for Yahushua, and then Yahushua taught the 12, and Paul came into this thing as an apostle, all the way up until today. All of the men that standing for righteousness rebuking this fucking devil. That always been a devil that will be the devil until he's destroyed in this earth. We written through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this world of the lies that's been pushed by this man. You know?
Right. And also, Yahushua called one of Herod's sons a damn fox. Now, what's the nature of a fox? To fucking deceive, but be slick. So he knew that he wasn't an Israelite. Why he called him that? He had said, he's a telling old fox. I work today, and like tomorrow, some message he said, And then I'm gonna move on because Harold was trying to meet Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? But Yahweh Shai didn't want to meet that damn devil, man. You know, so you gotta.
That's pretty much it. You know, we just wanted to prove the point that
Yeah.
the Balfour Declaration was a bunch of malarkey, man. That's not according to the scriptures.
Right.
Okay.
And it's many of the scriptures that could have got brought out. You know, we could bring, you know, many scriptures could have got brought out, but the point's been made, and the other points a lot of other points could have been made based off other scriptures. You know, and we flooding this. I keep saying we, but through the Spirit, of course, this man is being brought down and exposed of all his lies that he been pushing on earth. You know, the Balfour Declaration is one of his other, or another part of his wine that's been pushed out in the world.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I say something real quick?
Come on.
And just with Esau trying to put forth this declaration at that time to try to put a false claim to prophecy being fulfilled, he skipped over a major thing, which was when before the children of Israel are delivered home, it's supposed to be a great judgment in the earth, man. Throughout all of the earth, man. It's supposed to be the nation of Israel, all 12 tribes are supposed to come back together, rise up with the Lord returning and setting us back up our land after the destruction of what the scriptures call Babylon, man.
And setting us up from what? All 12 tribes up from being in a dead state. Not knowing our heritage. That's another thing, we didn't bring it out, but you know, the Israelites lost the fact that they were Israelites, and that's biblical prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay? Jeremiah 17:4. You know, in other scriptures. Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, one of the curses was that we was going to grope at noonday trying to find this truth. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Romans 11:7. You know? And we was going to come back. You know, that's what was going to happen before we get set up in the land. Is we going to come back to our nationality through the preaching of this gospel. Okay? And all this chaos. And we're in the midst of what? It wasn't going to be a pleasant and time of harmony on the earth when we coming back to who we was, or who we are, who we are as a people, the Israelites. It's a chaotic time, rumors of war, these plagues are going to be jumping off, you know what I'm saying, as we come back to who we are as a people.
Yeah.
It's going to be a chaotic time like that brother was explaining, you know, here in the earth. Great judgment is going to be happening in the earth as we see. And it's going to get greater before we go back to the land of Israel by the hand of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai and live in peace. And the earth is really going to be at peace.
Right.
You know?
And renewed and refreshed.
That's it.
Right now we live in a world of hell, man. Pollution. Everything is polluted.
Yeah, this is hell.
So since you said that, I got one last scripture. Isaiah chapter 4, and we'll start at verse 2. It says, "In that day shall the branch of the Lord be glorious, and shall be beautiful." In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped from Israel. Going right along with the point that I just made, that what is Israel being escaped from, man? The destruction that's coming to the earth, man. Alright? It says
through what? Through this knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. That's what's going. The one standing strong in the faith in the midst of all this destruction up until the end are going to be the ones that's delivered.
Verse 3, "And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem." And that's not happening with that so-called declaration, man. The people over there, they're not conducting themselves as a holy people. The earth are not recognizing them as a holy people. Everybody know them gutter rats to be the slime of the earth, man.
Right. Even other Edomite tribes are against that tribe. You know? You got more?
That was it.
All right, this brother got. We're gonna end it on this. Brother got one
Now
scripture.
this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. As you was going in, how we fell away, you know. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except they come a falling away first. And that
What?
day,
No, you can break it down.
No,
Salaki, bro.
no,
Go
no,
into
no.
it. You got it.
and what that day talking about the coming of Yahweh Shai, his second coming, which is the day that the elect of the nation of Israel will get saved.
Right.
You know, so we have to fall away from our heritage first before that day came. So we lost who we was, you know.
And that started. I'm gonna let you finish. That started in back in 70 A.D. Them Amalekites was not in the land of Israel in 70 A.D. We were in the land. Okay. Prior to 70 A.D. Okay, we were in the land of Israel. The so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, and the sprinkling of the other tribes, some of the Latin tribes, but mainly them three tribes. Okay. And eventually, over the course of time, all the way up until this present day, you know, we have lost our identity, but now we coming back to it. You know, you got it, just for life.
They see how you can even go back to say when we lost our identity, when we fell away. You ask the Jews in the land now, they can't tell you. They never fell away. You just claim some shit, you know? And now we the Jews, you know what I'm saying? I'm Levi. You feel me?
And you go into the history, I gotta fact check this, but I believe it's either anywhere from in between the 500 AD to around 800, in between 800 AD. I forget the date. I don't know if brothers know, but that's when them people came out of the Caucasus Mountains, the Khazars, and the Khazarian Empire, and came out and they split up. You know, some went to worship in Islam. That's why you got them Turks over there in Turkey, them Edomites that believe in Islam, and then you had others that went into Christian, so-called into the what's that called? Christianity, but Catholicism. And then you had the Amalekites that converted to Judaism. Okay?
Right on the right of Canaan Bull.
Yeah, Chagan Bullen. That's it. You know, like I said, I gotta fact check the dates and all that. But they converted, and they own people brought out the dates of their conversion. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go ahead,
But the point I wanted to bring out is before the Messiah come back, the wicked got to be revealed, though, you know. And I'm gonna just read it.
Hey,
Says
the Messiah, when did he even come back?
they don't even believe in the Messiah right now. They still
Exactly.
waiting on him. They still
Exactly.
waiting on him.
Yeah,
You know.
They said they're gonna build a third temple, then the Messiah's gonna come back.
Oh, it's the red heifer.
Yeah,
The red
yeah,
heifer.
Yeah, the red heifer.
You know.
Say, get the hell out of here with that.
But it
madness,
said, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and we know we fell away from our heritage.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. According to them, they ain't never speaking no son of perdition. They ain't never speak of the wicked being revealed. But we can speak of that because we know. You know, we can speak of the Messiah coming. We can speak of our falling away because it happened. They don't know. They ain't know what happened. You know.
Right. And
You
they
know?
don't. The Most High didn't give them the spirit to break down these prophecies. Then give them the understanding of these prophecies. They know. Esau is a corner man. They know and believe in what they believe in based upon proof. They've done the research. Okay, they have the historical records. They've dug up all around the world to solidify what's written in these scriptures. Okay, and they believe in they believe in spirituality on the left hand side. They know that the righteous exist. It tells you that Satan believes in. How is it worded?
I devil believe.
The devil believe
Yeah.
and is afraid and tremble. Right. You know, you read that account in the book of Acts when the demons said, Yahweh we know, Paul we know, but who are these vagabond Jews that are trying to exorcise demons out of men? You know? So these elites at the top, they are Amalekites. That's who's running the bank, the world banks, the international bankers, the Amalekites, they run the world, and they know that this is true. They know that there's a righteous energy, a righteous force that they up against. And they believe that they can defeat it. That's that Revelation 12. There was a war in heaven.
Yeah. That's crazy. When did that ever happen?
You can close it out, bro.
Okay, so
Whenever, bro.
with that, we just want to prove that the Balfour Declaration is false, man. That is not the fulfillment of the children of Israel being placed back in the Holy Land, okay? The fulfillment of that is in the scriptures. When we back in our land, the world will be at peace and at rest, man.
Right. In righteousness.
In righteousness, okay? Under Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, okay? Held down.
You know what? Yahushua got his glory. It's going to get his glory.
That's right.
Okay? Because if that was the fulfillment of the prophecy of the scriptures, Yahushua would be glorified in this earth.
Right.
And feared.
Yep. And Zion would be a praise in the earth.
Yep, there will be no more controversy.
Right.
Yeah.
We're disgusting. The real Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the filth of the world. Not the glory of the world.
Right.
You good.
So with that, as always, Lord willing, there was edification in this lesson. And we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory
To
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Going to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And we want to say peace and blessings to the elect. And until the next time, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.